that are required for chief executive officers should have. What are the 10 skills that are required? One is the first one is first we will discuss about the skills. Employees know CEO well as does the general public in case of a large corporation because CEO is a client facing responsibilities. Anyhow, the organization where the CEO is a head, definitely all employees they will know about who is the CEO and all. Second one is general public also. Most of the companies, the most of company CEOs also aware of by the general public because they are facing the responsibilities. For that reason, CEO must demonstrate specific skills, hard and soft, that show the executive control. So whenever the CEOs they are representing the company, they have to use the specific skills like hard and soft skills. And first one is clear communication is required. And whenever you are occupying the seat of the IRP in a particular company and acted as a interim CEO of the company, the first and foremost skill that is required by the interim CEO is clear communication. CEO must communicate with their employees using concise, not in a detailed manner, easy to understand language. That is very, very important. You have to trim that particular communication and easy to understand. Employees must understand CEO's certain decisions and how new processes and procedures will impact day-to-day duties and responsibilities. Sometimes, whenever he is changing any process, it should be communicated to the staff members by communication with the various types of communication, and that is to be understood by the staff members easily. Additionally, CEOs are responsible for maintaining morale and company culture with their guidance. These are one of the important skill that a CEO is required. Second one is a collaboration. What is a collaboration skill? Collaboration with the C-level executives. You have to interact with the C-level executives. That is a chief financial officer or chief operating officers like that. Department heads, whether it is a production department or marketing department or the other department, HR department, and the board of directors to ensure CEOs best information and ideas to move company forward. So whenever the CEO is taking any decision and implementing the new ideas and other things, that should be communicated to particularly the C-level executives and departmental head. In the case of IRP or RP, who is acting as a interim CEO, he has to communicate it to COC or in extraordinary circumstances, adjudicating authority also. CEOs who work with their employees, colleagues can discover new creative ideas and solution, collective brainstorming. Now, whenever you are appointed as a IRP or RP to a company, definitely that is a defunct company. And a lot of creative ideas are required to restore the company to function in a better manner as a going concern concept. So CEOs who work with their employees and colleagues can discover new creative ideas and solutions, collaborating brainstorming. But here, whatever the new ideas are there, new solutions are available, subject to approval of the COC, you have to implement effectively and efficiently. Open-mindedness. You have to interact with the people with the open-mindedness, not a hidden agenda. Once that characteristics is exhibited, open-mindedness, then people in the organization will like anything. And CEO should be open and new ideas and methods. He has to get the information from the staff also. So earlier, the company is in defunct on account of various issues. Now, with a group effort, he can get the new ideas from the existing C-level officers or production department heads or the employees or the workers. It is essentially to establish a company culture in which head of the company shows they care about the progress and novel ideas for doing business. And open-mindedness CEOs encourage company employees to try to new procedures improving the business overall. So here the brainstorming is very much required. If at all brainstorming is there, if at all you allow the people to generate new ideas, some ideas, lot of weightage, lot of benefit will be available because they are swimming in that particular area. They are the right person to give the suggestion, not by the CEO or by the head of the department. Suppose if at all I am in production department, I am manufacturing some products, and what type of process, what simplification process, how to avoid the wastages and all these things. I'm the right person to give the suggestion, not by the top people, because day and day out, I'm in the process department or production department. So that's why the company has to get the particular ideas from the staff members or employees or production heads, etc. Approachability. Some other people, they are not approachable. If at all you get an appointment, they are not giving the appointment also. So, if you are moving with the people, if at all you are they working with the people, the results are entirely different. The approachability. Excellent CEOs are friendly, approachable. That's why I told about if at all you are an IRP or RP, you have to move in the organization. You have to interact with the people. Otherwise, if at all you are in room and the people are working, then that is not a correct management skill. You have to move the people. What are their problems are there? Get they understand their problems. And whatever the best is there, that is to be implemented. Employees should feel comfortable in sharing ideas and communicating with CEOs. That is also possible. If at all you allow approachable, definitely they will also give some suggestions for better functioning of the company. And unilateral decisions always a danger. And the CEOs must solicit feedback from employees to making important decisions about the company directors and internal structures. That is to be during your time. You have to ask how to improve the company, how to improve the performance, where is the bottlenecks, why the company earlier failed, what is the reason, how to the rest of the company. All these things, the employees are the better person to give the suggestion. That's why the CEO should be approachable. Next one is the CEO should be transparency. As an interim CEO, you should be transparency, should be more. What is the transparency? Employees at the board of directors, public must trust the CEO. No hidden agenda. Whatever they are talking, that should be reality. And transparency and authenticity increases the trust of the CEO. Some people, they are giving wrong words. And in future, nobody will trust his messages. Nobody will listen his messages. Thus increase the trust in CEO's decision and leadership. Employees may dedicate themselves to your project more if they understand why it is important and healthy goals of the company. Whenever you are giving any message to the public, but for what reasons, that is also to be elucidated. Growth mindset. How to improve, how to develop, how to turn around. All these things, the growth mindset should be there in the CEO. A growth mindset, a deeply person belief that setbacks the deeper learning and future success. CEO's growth mindset will become obstacle as a learning opportunities. Modeling growth mindset also useful CEO to encourage the organization employees to develop their own growth mindsets. The growth mindset is very much required. No, this company is in bad condition. How to develop? I am not unable to understand. If that type of words we are using, the company will not develop. Others will also be demotivated. Ethics, being the interim CEO, the ethics are to be followed. Whatever the business ethics, not doing wrong things, that is very much required in the ethics. Ethical leadership is a fundamental for the companies to maintain reputation. Some companies, they are following good ethics. People are believing trust of the company will increase. Like Google or other companies, the people willing to work, the people are willing to work in those companies. And a CEO with a strong ethics can help companies successful navigate the challenges. CEO who expect their employees to act ethically can establish an honest and open company culture that the potential employees want to join and public interest. That's why the good place to work, that atmosphere to be created by the CEO and the trust, ethical. No, if at all they are following the ethical practices, the image of the organization will increase like anything. That's why some of the people they are liking the Google. Why? Because it is a employee friendly organization. So this is possible. Even interim CEO also, whatever your short tenure is there, whether it is 180 or 270 or 330, these practices can be introduced in the organization. Decisiveness. CEO should be comfortable making confident decisions. A company leadership must remain committed to ideas once they have been chosen the ideas. Internal or external shareholders see a decision CEO as a strong and capable leader who shoot to the company's direction. You have to take the decisions and you have to stand on the decision. You have to get the things with the help of your decisions. Creative innovation. This is another the skill that is required for the interim CEO during a CARP process. Creative and innovation. Once the routine process is started or creative and innovation is not happening, the old results will repeat. To get the new results, to get the better performance, the creative and innovations are very much required in the company. Whatever the best in a creative and innovation process is there, subject to approval of the COC, you can initiate that process also. Adaptability, innovation are often the key company's long-term success. And the CEO must think creatively and welcome new incentive ideas to keep their business relevant progress. If at all the interim CEO also followed the old practices, no result, no growth, no performance. CEO who is a value dynamic growth are more likely helm of a profitable business. That is required. Fearlessness. The strong, the strength, the man who is the helm of the efforts, the top of the organization. So he should not be fearless. Some people, they're always a fear whenever they're talking with the workers, whenever they're talking with the functionary heads, or whenever they're interacting with the COC, some fearness is there. No fearness. Fearlessness is very much required. Navigating a novel situation or test a regular part of the CEO's job. Fearless CEO expect look forward and finding creative and resourceful and profitable solution to challenge that accompany with the growth of some CEOs. Whether if that is introduced, whether we are getting profit or not, whether any problem to the company, always they are thinking about the fairness. Once fairness is there, it is very difficult to take the decision. It is very difficult to implement the decisions also. Modeling a fearless attitude is a great way to CEOs to instill their quality in their employees. That is also required. That now the important skills that are required for CEO are out of every employee in a company, CEO demonstrated skills might be most valuable because of a high public position. Once he is uttered some word from his mind, definitely some good results will happen. So, lot of weightage is there for his words. CEO are responsible for a variety of internal and external duties that impact employees and the board of directors, stakeholders, and the customers. To maintain confidence, these stakeholders, CEO should develop use of important skills in all business interactions. Whatever the business problems are there, he has to give the solution. Suppose you are a ERP or RP of a different company and you are the interim CEO, whatever the good for the company you have to do. You have to do, develop the new ideas and implement that one, get the things from the people and show the performance. The impact of CEO has a company. A CEO, what is the impact on the company? A company CEO is one of the most important employees because it is a high profile and responsible duties. If at all CEO is not there, it is no head of the company. No head of the company means no control over the affairs of the company. Everybody will do as per their own wishes and fancies. And the CEO has an enormous impact on the many aspects of the business. Stock value. Once a CEO is there and his performance is good and he is taking effective decision and the growth of the company is happening, the stock value will also improve. A CEO impact on the company corporation perceives the stock value. A trustworthy, decisive, actionable CEO, more likely high stock valuation without these qualities. So, as an IRP or RP, if at all you are performing the company as a going concern in a better manner when compared to the earlier, definitely the value of the particular company will increase like anything. So the wealth maximization, value maximization of the company is in the hands of the interim CEO also. Company culture. The company CEOs determine the company culture through the actions and expectation. Productive, positive company culture begin with the CEO trustworthy and open-minded. So always thinking about how to grow the company, how to increase the productivity, how to improve the performance of the company. That is the mindset of the CEO. Weighty actions. CEO, particularly large companies, often the public sphere, their actions and conversion great weight of the company's perception and success. It depends upon the success. And additionally, since they have speak the company, they should always be considered what say carefully, both the personal and professional, before they say it. Whenever you are talking with the public also, because during the CIRP process, you have to give some information to the media also. Whenever you are giving the information to the media also, you have to give the correct picture in a better manner so that the value maximization should happen, not to be deteriorated. Business reputation. Sometimes the company's entire reputation rests on CEOs. Because of CEO must act with a decorum, integrity at all times. You have to maintain a decorum. And this company earlier people they have spoiled and now it is very difficult to run the company and those who are purchasing the company they will also face the problem because that is not there. This is a issue, that is a issue. This type of negative words we should not give. The decorum and the integrity at all times. Being a say interim resolution professional or a resolution professional of a defunct company and you are acting as a interim CEO, you should maintain the decorum. Whenever you are talking with the people, whenever you are talking with the stakeholders, the decorum to be maintained. Management skills are required for the CEO. What are the management skills? First one is leadership. That leadership is very, very important. If you are a good leader, everybody will listen, everybody will follow. Everybody will follow whatever the directions you are giving. So that's why the leadership qualities are to be inbuilt in the CEOs. The leadership in the business capacity company management is set to achieve the challenges, goals, fast decision action when they need to outperform the competition and inspire the others to perform highest level they can do. So that's why you should maintain the leadership quality. So all organization people should move along with you only in the one direction only, not in different directions. Individual strong leadership business often rise to executive position. Chief executive officer, chief operating officer, or chief financial officer, or chief risk officer, or president. All these things, once you are elevated to that post, because on account of leadership quality on. Being a IRP or RP, you should maintain, you should have the leadership qualities. How to lead the team, how to get the things from the team. All these things are to be required. Leadership provide direction of the company and its workers, and the employees need to know the direction of which the company is headed and reach the destination. What type of suppose anyhow you are going to hand over the company to the prospective resolution applicant, and once that confidence level is built in, everybody will work for the company and they don't resign and go to the other company. Otherwise, attrition rate will increase. Leadership involves showing workers how effectively perform and responsibility and regular supervising the completion of the work. Leadership also about the setting of positive examples for staff follow, not a negative. And to being excited about the work, being motivated to learn new things, and helping lead individual and team activities. You are the friend, you are the philosopher, you are the guide, and you have to lead the team. Leadership involves setting and achieving the goals. Not only setting the goals, but achieving the goals. Your preparation for budgets is not the criteria. Achieving the budgets is the criteria. Taking action and beating the competition. Today, market environment is a tough. Number of players are there, and price war is going on. Service levels are competitive. Service levels are there, and now it is a monopolistic competition. In this competition, how to survive, how to increase, how to penetrate our product, and tone the company's management, what kind of culture to be built for the employees. That is your role. Effective leadership is required. Exhibiting the strong character and a leadership exists honesty. Being a CEO, you should be honest, integrity, trustworthy, ethics. Some of the people, particularly those earlier I have given the disciplinary action against IPS. If that is the case, people in the organization don't believe that is not a leadership quality. And the strong leadership involves a clear communication skills. If at all you are a strong leader, you have to communicate. No question of negative remarks from the people. They will trust you. If you give the communication, definitely they will obey. They will move with you only. They will not move in different direction. Leaders should speak with listen to staff members, respond to questions and concerns, and in an empathic manner. Some of the leaders, whatever the questions the people in the organization they are asked, they will respond in an empathetic manner. No, time is the time is lost, and tomorrow the next meeting we will talk. That type of lost person who is addressing any type of queries or questions, you have to answer. There is no time limit for that. Because once you listen, definitely they will listen. The response will come from the employees. The effective leader communication skills moving company forward and achieving the new levels of success. Communication skills only move the company towards the excellence, towards the success. Two leaders sees the company headed plans a step get need there. True leadership sees the company headed plans and the steps needed to get there, and visualizing what is possible, following trends in the industry, taking risks, growth, all are required for that. So you have to update the knowledge by observing the what is happening in the company. Suppose I am in the banking company, I have to observe what is happening in other banks, public sector banks or private sector banks or foreign banks. Whatever the best practices that are adopted, I have to copy. Because being a IRP or RP, you are handling a number of cases. Whatever the best is there in the other company, you can copy in this company to get the desired results. And the productive leadership shows optimum and provides progress energy first. If the production is capacity, productivity is increased and the profits are coming, definitely staff will be motivated. Retention is possible. Good leaders are supportive and truly concerned about the well-being of others. If at all you are not caring the people, those who are working for the organization and by the people only, if you are not caring, they don't care the leader also. So the well-being of others, if at all any worker is suffering, sometimes we have to do beyond the powers. Beyond the power, subject to approval of the COC, subject to inform to the adjudicating authority in a proper manner. Leaders find answers to challenges and reassure and inspire of the workers when they're going away. So answers and challenges reassure the inspire the workers when they go away. And the leaders find a way the staff work together and achieve the maximum result. It is a collaborative, it is a consolidated, it is the group effort only, not individual effort to get the maximum results. That's why the leadership skills that are required in COERP or liquidation is smooth running of the company as a going concern. With your leadership quality, conducting the meetings of the COC, with your leadership quality in the, you are the chairperson or chairman of the particular COC meeting, resolving the issues of the creators or promoters. You don't neglect the promoters also. Okay, some bad thing was happened, that's why the company are in your hands only. It doesn't mean they are not the promoters. Okay, they are erstwhile promoters. But that company is grown and up to this stage, they developed, not by us only, not by us only. Addressing the problems of the workers and employees. Whatever the problems are there, simply if you vomit, then it ruins the company. It ruins them. Whatever the problems are there, address the problems. And if at all you are away from the problems, nobody with you. Nobody with you. That's why the one of the characteristics of the everybody should follow you only. Once you are address their problems, they are with you only. They are not away with you. Managing the funds flow without a liquidation problem. Whatever the monthly problems are there, particularly financial problems are there, how much expenditure will happen by end of this month? What are the various sources? How much borrow or how much interior finance or how to get the funds from the financial creditors? All these things you have to plan early. Interacting with the resolution plans and a resolution to get the best resolution plan while selling the disposing the assets as a liquidator, interacting with the resolution. Because of being a CEO, you have to interact, get the maximum benefit to the company. Now, being a CEO, you require good communication skills. Some of the people, they are fearing. Talk with the workers, fear. Talk with the key managerial persons, fear. Talk with the production department. I don't know about the production. I don't know about the finance. I don't know about marketing, ABC of marketing. Don't be fear. Whenever you are starting discussion, definitely you will be updated the knowledge about the company also. The communication is also very important. Communication is essential. It is the lifeline of the company. elemental in the success of any business. It is a lifeline of the organization. If at all there is no proper communication, nothing will happen. It is a waste to act as a interim CEO of the company. Once you are not communicated to others, once you are not communicated with the various department function, once you are not communicated with the workers and employees, once you are not communicated with the earlier promoters or shareholders, nothing will happen in the company. The process of transferring information from one person to another within the outside of the business environment is termed as a business communication. The term business communication derives from the general communication which is associated with business activities. In other terms, communication business parties are people related to the task considered as a business communication. Managing efficiency, managerial efficiency. Communication helps a smooth operations of the management. Once you are communicated with the people, they communicated with you, whatever their problems are there, then you have to resolve. Then two-way communication is very much required, not one-way or zero communication. A managerial task can be performed with the communication system effective, enhance the morale and relationship. Once you are interacting with the staff members of the organization, definitely the CARP can be completed in the desired level. Interaction is very much required. Effective communication emphasizes the employees' participation in the management. And it helps the building the employees' morale and cordial industrial relation. Once sometimes some of the IPs or IRP, if workman association president or employees association president wants to interact, no, I don't want to interact. No, interact. What is the problem? They are not asking you to pay from your pocket. They are asking what is the current situation, all these things. Whatever the problems are there, all the problems you have to they ventilate to them properly. Then they can understand. If at all the communication gap, some communication barrier or some communication hurdle is there, definitely it is a big problem to the IRP or RP. Effective leadership quality is dependent on the effective communication. Two-way communication helps the effective communication. You have to interact with the workers or employees or key managerial person or the function head. They have to interact with you. So that's why one CARP, if the company is a going concern, one IAP or one IRP or RP, only one account is sufficient. Otherwise, how he will justify? Morning at 10 o'clock to 5 o'clock, you should be in the company. And for ordering a qualitative leadership is essential. And obtain the proper system of communication. Mutual trust and confidence. Mutual trust and confidence between labor and management are necessary for the effective movement of the organization. If mutual trust and confidence is not there, they are not trusted the CEO, and the CEO is not trusted the employees, how the organization will move? And where there is an effective communication helps reduce misunderstanding. If at all you are talking with me, if at all I smiled, then you don't bother. Even for wrong things also, if at all I smile, you don't think negatively. If at all you and me are some communication gap, some relationship is strained, if at all I laugh, then automatically you think in a different manner, in a negative manner. Why is he laughing? So that's why proper communication is required to reduce the misunderstanding. Better decision. For better decision also, communication is very much required. The success of the organization measured in better decisions. When the information, data, facts are effectively communicated, it hampers the decision making. Once the CEO wants to take any decisions, he has to get some data from the company people. Because you are the new person and you are the recent person, you are the foreign person in that particular company, where the paper is available, where the data is available, to whom is a correct person, you don't know. But if at all you are communicated with the people, everybody will proactively this paper, this information is available with this source. So when the facts of the communication department organization, it is easy to make decisions properly. Once the information is available through communication, it is possible. Then only the decision is promptly. If at all you are not with other people, how you will get the information? Once information is there, then only decision making is possible. Staffing. When the information is correctly communicated time, it helps the function of the selection placement. So you have to communicate in time, not stale information. Better managerial concern. All managerial functions, planning, organization, directing, control cannot be conducted without communication. So communication play a vital role in the CEO. So that's why the communication is another important skill that is required for a chief executive officer of the company. Good communication helps productivity. It helps increase the customer base, increase in the business partnership, and the innovations of the business, information exchange, and the policies and plans, and implementation of plans, effective efficiency of employees. All these things are possible when there is a good communication. Helps. Goals to be achieved for communication is required, and solving the problems, issues, communication is required. For proper decision making, communication is required. Worker management relationship are to be smooth and communication is required. Product service promotions, communication is required. Chances of conflict, communication is required. Employees satisfaction, communication is required. The employee loyalty also, communication is required. And the efficiency of the manager to be increased, communication is required. Proper functioning of a different department, communication. That's why being an interim CEO, you should have the proper communication. Once the communication is there, it is very easy to complete the CARP process within the time schedule and by improving the efficiency and effectiveness. And in the CARP liquidation, first meeting staff members of the, you have to go. Otherwise, you don't know who are you. The organization people, they don't know who are you. First, you have to introduce yourself, either IRP or RP, seeking their support in CARP. What is the problem in requesting them to seek their support? Because you have to complete your task effectively. For that, people support is required. On your alone, it is very difficult to complete. Communication with a union leadership entity. If at all, some companies that Mazdoor union or workers union or officials unions are there, interact with them. Thereby, you will get some information from them. Maintain good communication with the operational creditor and corporate creditor also. That is also required. Otherwise, operation, what are the problems? Okay, they don't kill you, they don't give any inconvenience. You are the third person, you are the facilitator, you are doing some betterment of the company. As per the rules and regulation only you will do. You are not crossed the boundaries as defined in IBC code or rules or regulation. Then you tell like that, then nothing will happen. Even corporate data also. Whenever they are asking any favoritism, we should not. And the communication play a vital role for COC meeting. Whenever you are conducting COC meeting, proper communication is required. All problems, all issues ought to be ventilated to the members of the COC. Communication properly with the adjudicating authority. Once you are stopped, once you are not updated the information, once it is last week, whenever I discussed about the particularly the disciplinary action initiated some IPs, they are not communicated for extension of 180 to 270, and they are continuing the particular CARP. Once you are continuing without any power, any approval from the adjudicating authority, you are not an RP in that particular process, and you don't have any powers. Once you get the permission from the adjudicating authority, then only you are authorized to continue for after 180 days also. And the communication properly with the adjudicating authority about the facts, case, development from time to time. You have to brought their notice. Otherwise, sometimes the adjudicating authority, they may not believe your words. If at all delayed. The third skill that is required is decision making. The third skill that is required for interim resolution, the interim CEO is a decision making. Choosing the best among alternatives is called decision making process. That is the decision making through brainstorming only. If at all you are thinking only one alternative will come, if at all you are floated in the people number of alternative and the best alternative, some people they are always thinking, I am okay, you are not okay. That mindset should not happen in CARP process. You are okay, I am also okay. Some people they are always thinking, you are not okay, I am okay. That type of things will not. Decision analysis, systematic, quantitative. Whenever you are taking decision, qualitative and quantitative parameters are to be taken into account. Important businesses sometimes face. Ronald Howard, the professor of management engineering, Stanford University, originating the decision-making system in 1964. Before that, there is no concept of decision-making. Choosing the best among alternatives. Today, what is happening in the corporate companies? Their decision is final. No, that is not correct. Once I am taking one decision, it may be correct, it may not be correct. Once if at all you floated for this process, what is the alternatives? Choosing the best among alternatives is called decision making. If top people they are floating one idea and the people are supporting to that idea, they are not apply their mind these alternatives also. This idea is by and large small corporations, they like while making the types of decisions including management, operation, marketing, capital investments, etc., etc. Decision analysis uses a variety of tools, particularly in the decision-making process, incorporates psychology, management techniques, training, and economics. All these things are to be taken into consideration. Once a decision means yes or no is not the criteria. Why yes? Why no? What are the reasons? What is the psychological reasons, management techniques, training, or economics? All these things are to be taken. It is often assess the decisions made in the multiple various and many possible outcomes and objectives. The process can be individuals attempting the decision risk management. Today, in every decision making also, risk management analysis is also very much required. Whenever you are investing, whenever you are purchasing, whenever you are tendering, whatever the jobs are there, decision making is plays a vital role. Example, a company has a patent of a new product that is expected to rapid sales for next 2 years, become obsolete. Before become obsolete, the company confronted to choice whether to sell the patent now or build the product in-house. Each option has opportunities, risk, trade-off can be analyzed with a decision tree, and that consider the benefit of the patent versus making, whether to sell or to manufacture. And these two branches of the tree, other group of decision can be created, consider the optimal selling price by producing this one. Different types of decision making or cost benefit analysis. Suppose if at all you are taking forensic audit, what is the cost? What is the benefit? Whether puff transactions are not there, why you are taking the services of the forensic or transactional auditor? Decision making trees, game theories, linear program. What is a linear program? Minimization of cost, maximization of profit, multi-voting, buy or manufacture, whether to buy or to manufacture in the company, or net present value, or present value, or trial and error basis, comparison analysis, etc., etc. But in CARP or liquidation decision making areas, use the own staff or outsourcing. Own staff is the best. because their work is not up to the mark on account of companies in problems. So instead of getting new people, if you use the cost will be controlled. Public announcement, which is the best paper available in the market. Out of that paper, many the circulation is more that you have to choose. Once you have taken the publication, it should reach to the targeted people. And identification of value. Whenever you are taking the value, the decision making is required. Whether he is a competent, whether he is a history is good or not, and all these things, transaction auditor or forensic auditor for puff transaction, finalization of resolution plan. In the finalization of resolution plans also, decision making is a plays a vital role. Because you are hand over the company to the safest hands. If at all you are giving the company to a wrong hands, then the total CARP is a fertile exercise. Next, managing people and conflicts. Whatever the people conflicts are there, we have to resolve. Managing your own workload first. Get to know your team. Delegate a task. Take control of communication. Identify the clear workforce, the managing people. Develop a clear goals. Demonstrate a consistent leadership. Sometimes you should not be aggressive. Sometimes you are not. Both autocratic and democratic is also dangerous. Too much autocratic is dangerous. Too much democratic is also, leadership is also dangerous. Provide positive reinforcement, honest feedback, and the activated role of conflicts. Being a CEO, Chief Executive, Interim Chief Executive Officer, sometimes the business process reengineering, because it is a problematic company. The problematic company turn into a good company through you only, because you are the 180 days or almost, if it is extended to 1 year, you will be the CEO of a company 1 year, sometimes more than 1 year also. It depends upon the various parameters. But rethinking about the process, whether any technology is imbibed, then the production will increase or marketing is possible. All these things are to be verified. That's why BPR is also required. So once the BPR is there, your return on investment will increase, return on equity will increase, cost reduction is possible, quality will also increase. Today in the banking system also, the BPR is there. Earlier, every person is coming to the branch premises for loan or deposit. Now, the persons are self-service delivery channel. A bank in your home, internet banking, a bank in your hand, mobile banking, an ATM, and the loans are also through pre-approved loans are also came. The customers need not visit. That is called BPR, business process re-engineering. Once the business process re-engineering is there, lot of benefits is there. Being a CEO of the company, you have to develop some creative ideas which reduces the cost, which increases the efficiency. This was introduced in 1990, process redesign, and the current workflows are to be modified. Thereby, cost reduction, productivity should increase. And so many companies they are using, and this is what are the best practices that are adopted by other companies. You have to include or imbibe in your company. These are with reduced cost, and all these things are defined in this. Particularly, going concern concept entity redesign, setting of clear goals and intentions, identify the core business process, determine the gaps and require improvement, design the developing changes and monitoring changes, particularly in your particular company where you are acting as a interim CEO. Personality. The last one is the personality. Once you are CEO, the decency, decorum to be maintained. And casual manner or too much liberal is also danger. Too much autocratic is also danger. The personality. The term brand personality refers to the human character that attributed to the brand name. The effective brand increases the brand equity, that the personality and the quality value added, brand gains in addition to the functional benefit, such as a brand personality, something which clients and relate. Because the reputation of the company should be keep it in mind while doing the business activities. Personal skills, the soft skills, people skills, interpersonal skills, all are to be maintained and highly transferable. And the attitude and personality, work style, all these things are also play a vital role in the company. Soft skills also you have to, on the other hand, subject to skills little over time, and too much speaking, too low speaking, both are dangerous. And that is also one of the important hard skills. Sometimes should be hard, otherwise the things will not get. Because if at all you are democratic and always with the people, some people they will take it casually. They don't work for the organization. In that case, type, you have to take hard skills. Personal skills, communication, interpersonal, leadership, time management is also very important. The time management, you should complete the total process within 180 days. Organization skills, problem solving skills are required. Critical thinking process is also required. Flexibility, adaptability, that is very much required. You should not be stubborn. If at all you are stubborn, things may not complete. Flexibility. Sometimes, because when you are handling the people, the flexibility approach is required. Sometimes you should be tough, sometimes relax also. Creativity, that is required. Responsibility. You are the interim CEO. The company is in your hands. Creative ideas for betterment of the company is required. Responsibility and staff motivated and professionalism. All these things are required. Way to improve the personal skills. If at all you want to develop, joining the clubs or community groups, start conversation with strangers, take a training course or get a mentor. All these things improve your personal skill. Beyond all these things, knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Once the knowledge is there, it is very easy to act as a interim CEO of the company. So here, whatever my discussions are there with regard to management, all managers not born, they are made by copying the various best practices that are adopted in the other companies. All these things are there. So that's why you have to implement that one, and in a better manner, so that the people should get be benefited on account of your acts, etc. So this is a new concept. Even though you are well versed with the particular legal aspects, and you know the code perfectly, you know the regulation perfectly, you know the judicial pronouncements perfectly, but at the same time, the managerial skills are required. You have to run the company. You have to manage the company. You have to continue the company as a going concern. Whatever the decision making, whatever the leadership qualities, whatever the communication skills are all are required for performing effectively and efficiently as an interim CEO of the company. This is in brief about my discussion with regard to the particular topic. Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to discuss about the role of insolvency professional as an interim resolution as a chief executive officer of the company. Thank you very much, sir. Any doubts, sir? Sir, any doubts, sir? Any clarifications? Am I audible, sir?
Hello.
Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, you are very much audible.
Sir.
Sir, actually, one notification comes, I think in 2021 or like this. Then IRP was authorized to write as CEO for technical reason. Can we write CEO as regular basis or not?
Sir, that is as per the Minister of Corporate Affairs, communication is also there, na? Communication circular is also there.
Yes, yes.
You can
But that is for limited purpose, for filing purpose. Can it generally write it as CEO or not?
No. As a resolution, normal correspondence, as a the IRP or RP or liquidator, you have to mention. But whenever you are communication with particularly the stock exchanges or the ROC, you have to mention CEO.
Okay.
Or within brackets, the interim resolution professional or resolution professional or etc.
When we use the visiting card for that?
No. Visiting. No. This is an interim, na, sir, not a permanent. Na. This is an interim only.
Yes, sir.
Not permanent. That too, you are officiating. It is as good as officiating. Officiating for an n number of companies. If at all you are handled 4 companies, that 4 companies CEOs cards, that is not correct. That's why whenever your business cards are there, that is a resolution professional only, or whatever the IP like that. But this is only correspondence with the ROC or stock exchanges, but indirectly you are the CEO and you have to manage the show of the company as a CEO. So that's why your board of directors is nothing but a COC, and
Yes.
you were particularly that adjudicating authority under the supervision of adjudicating authority.
Correct.
So thank you very much, sir, madam, and good night to all.
Thank you, sir.
Nice. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Puvvala sir, may you provide your mobile number?
96184, sir.
1 minute, sir.
Thank you so much,
96
sir.
I will mention here, sir. 96184
96
184
39123.
184.
39123.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Sir, a small doubt. You were saying that we have to use the name as CEO for ROC and all, is it not?
Correct.
But the form itself, there is a provision saying that IRP, RP, liquidator. So that is when that is enabled, we can use that itself uniformly for everybody. We are resolution professionals, IRP and liquidator. Any one of
Correct, madam. In that case,
just follow only one.
first you go to that MCA circular number 4/2020 and 8/2020. First you go through the total circular and accordingly follow. Accordingly, you follow the guidelines that are issued by the Minister of Corporate Affairs.
MC.
And you go through the E-form IMC 28 also. And accordingly follow those guidelines.
I think February 2021, the circular came.
Sir?
As I remember.
Sir?
As I remember, in February 2021, this circular comes in picture from Ministry of Corporate Affairs.
21 oblique
Yes.
year? Which year?
Year 21 year. And
Okay.
February, I think. month.
వెళ్ళిపోతుందా క్లోజ్ చేసి
Okay.
వెళ్ళిపోతుందా? ఒక్క నిమిషం అయిపోయింది అది తెలిసి అర్థమవుతుంది.
Okay, sir.
Sir,
Good
sorry to interrupt you, sir. What is the MCA circular you said?
Sir, MCA circular, madam. 1 minute, madam.
4 and 8.
4 and 8 of 2020. 4/2020,
Okay.
2020.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, madam.
Yes, sir.